Hi everyone, it's Heather with Her Wellbeing, Ayurveda, and Yoga. In this video, I'm going to tell you all about the new moon astrology in Libra. So here we go. If you're not familiar, the new moon is the beginning of the lunar cycle. And this is also when physical and mental and emotional bodies can feel depleted. In Ayurveda, it's said that um, our energy or the moon's energy reflects ours. So this can be a low energy time, certainly. And so the idea is to honor that and use this time for introspection and nourishing self care practices to refill our well. And the new moon is associated with menstruation, not that that's when it has to happen, but it's associated with the new moon. On the other hand, the full moon is at the middle of the lunar cycle when its energy is strongest. This is a time of abundance and celebration of the divine feminine, creativity, and life in general. The full moon also happens to be associated with ovulation. Let's talk about new moon vibes. The new moon, like I said, marks the beginning of the lunar month, which is about 28 days. It's all about new beginnings. And it's a time to connect with your feelings and intuition, set intentions for the month ahead, to rest, relax, journal, draw, dream. Just give yourself a little bit of downtime to let you be you. It's a great time for gentle, restorative, or yin yoga and a simple diet of cleansing foods. So the focus is on Libra for this new moon. Libra is an air sign, and so usually air signs are associated with the Vata dosha. This is the windy element that's cold and dry and mobile. However, it's associated with Venus. Venus, also known as Shukra. So Venus is a Kapha planet. And so we have this representation from both sides of a range of doshas here between Vata and Kapha, them both being cool signs. The Kapha dosha being more of an earth sign. And Libra is associated with Anahata, or the heart chakra. This is the chakra that's like the intersection between the lower or physical aspects of the body and the upper and more subtle aspects of the mind, spirit, and soul. And the heart is seen as the light of the soul in Ayurveda. So it is a major juncture point. And it rules the seventh house of relationships. This can be romantic relationships, family relationships, business relationships, anything where there is an exchange of energy. And Venus is seen as a benefic, meaning that it brings this beautiful energy wherever it lands in your birth chart. And it represents love, beauty, balance, harmony, and of course, relationships and the partner. So you can think of specifically the significant other, but open your mind to other variations on that theme. Libras have many strengths. They are judicious, strong willed, problem solvers. They can be graceful and charming and social. And they're adaptable, flexible to many different situations. And usually they're the harmonizers. They're the ones trying to mediate between two opposing forces and trying to find an equitable path forward. Their weaknesses is they can be indecisive, even ambivalent, if they don't want to make a choice. And they can be indulgent too, and pleasure seekers. So they love to indulge the senses and seek those things of beauty and love. And they can be overly romantic as well. So it's not, one of their strengths is that they are romantic, but they can be overly romantic, which can cloud reality, obscure reality, unfortunately. We'll talk about that more in just a bit. Many opportunities abound with this new moon, especially for Libras, but for all of us. This is a good time to think about comparing yourself or your achievements with others and whether or not that is a weakness for you. It's a good time for Libras to speak up for themselves and make your needs known. They are known people pleasers because they're very focused on the other and finding balance with the other. So it's a good time to try to put yourself first and trust your own intuition as opposed to relying on the opinions of others. Trust your heart. And the trouble here can be when we over romanticize things, we can cloud reality. And so the call is to be more realistic and practical. Being indecisive, you may fall prey to being to ambivalence. And remember that non-action or no choice is still a choice. Saying yes as people pleasers, saying yes to everyone and everything can diminish people's trust in you. So think about what really matters to you and try to make a decision between yes and no instead of saying yes automatically. Weigh your options. Libras are so good about that. And also know your boundaries. And if you don't have great boundaries, think about creating stronger boundaries if that's what is needed. Let's talk about Libra and the cosmic body. So, the Libra zodiac rules the lumbar spine. This is the low back. You can protect your low back, first of all, with good posture. And then, of course, with yoga as well, that helps to stretch and strengthen the low back. And focus on nourishing the low back with relaxing baths and Epsom salts that help to relax sore, achy muscles. The kidneys are also associated with Libra. They filter the blood, they detox and eliminate wastes, and they manage fluid levels in the body. So it's important, it reminds us to pay attention of the fluid levels in the body, to stay hydrated and to maintain healthy blood sugar levels as well. The skin is also associated with Libra. It is your biggest organ and the first line of defense against pathogens and environmental toxins. So this is a good cue to pay attention to what's in your personal care products. Make sure there aren't toxins in there that can be disruptive to your body-mind system. It's very important because our body really digests anything we put on our skin. It's a good time to nourish your skin with Ayurvedic oils and self-massage. You can learn how to do that on my blog. And stay hydrated again and moisturize regularly, especially through these dry months. Remember, Libra is an air sign, so it may make us feel a little dried out. In terms of yoga, there are some great themes with Libra. Of course, they're always seeking balance, but we're also wanting to balance the airiness of Libra with the earth energy to stabilize, to strengthen, and to take a more pragmatic approach to your practice by focusing on vulnerable places like your low back and even the mid back as well, where we have our kidneys in the back body. You can also focus on nourishing the heart chakra to better receive and give love and to strengthen relationships. And then I have some yoga posture suggestions here. These are really focused on nourishing the low back area. It being a new moon um, practice, it's mostly a very grounded floor practice. Any forward bends, standing or seated, or balancing poses can be helpful for this new moon. So try something out. This is a great opportunity to refresh your practice and think of things that would be really helpful for you to focus on. And remember boundaries, right? Maybe just choose a few things to focus on and be really strategic about what you want, what postures you want to use. In terms of pranayama, you might use Nadi Shodhana. Nadi Shodhana is alternate nostril breathing. That's what you're physically doing, but the function is to clear the pranic channel so that we can receive more prana and energy. And these two channels of the nose are bringing in a good deal of our prana. And this also balances the opposite sides of the body and the brain and just helps to balance between all the opposing forces of the body mind system. The Bija mantra Yum is very helpful to stimulate and open the heart or Anahata chakra. So you might incorporate that into your meditation practice or your yoga asana practice as well. I have a few journal prompts for you. So it's up to you if you want to take out a piece of paper and pencil and jot these down, or you can just listen. Have you been comparing yourself to others lately? If yes, why do you think that is? Have you been comparing yourself to others lately? Have you been weighing yourself or your achievements against others? And is that hurting your self-worth? Have you put others first before you lately? If yes, why? Why do you think that is? And yes, there are practical reasons why we may focus on others. For me, I'm a mom. I'm focused on others many, many, many times a day. That said, we can focus on others while not forgetting about ourselves. So we can do both. Again, it's a balancing act. It is possible. It isn't perfection. So that's a good mantra to work with putting yourself first when you're caring for others, is that it is possible and it is not perfection. Focus on your needs. This is an invitation to focus on your needs and desires. What are they? And write them down. Maybe just focus on, because Libra can add a little touch of indecisiveness, choose your top 3 priorities of your needs and your desires. Write them down. So don't make a laundry list. Write down the ones that are most important right now. And do you need to speak up? Do you need to speak up for yourself? What is it that you need to say? And to whom? To whom do you need to say? Do you need to speak up? For yourself. What do you need to say? And again, if these journal prompts aren't really landing, if there's anything that resonates, really you can use this time to write about anything or think about anything. It's an invitation. Finally, when is a good time that you could say no so you can say yes to yourself? No is a very important word for people pleasers because it is a boundary. It creates a boundary so that you can pay attention to yourself more. And for you people pleasers out there, think about the low-lying fruit and these smaller, less consequential things that you can say no to, just to practice, because sometimes we just need practice saying no. Okay, we're going to wrap up journal prompts. I'll give you another moment or two to jot down some last thoughts, and we will move on. Come back to this. This is really good stuff that you can come back to in the next day or two, and then look at it at the next moon holiday, which is the full moon, and see how it resonates. Full moon is more about making decisions and actions and putting words into action, right? New moon is more about writing and thinking and contemplating and planning. Moving on to herbal medicine. So, passion flower is a great herbal ally for Libra, especially this airy energy that really needs some grounding energy. Passion flower can help you tune into new moon vibes. It can calm and soothe frayed nerves and take the edge off when you're feeling stressed. So you can take passion flower as a tea during the day, maybe a tincture if you'd like to. And you can also take it before bed to help with sleep. So it really helps to calm the nervous system and the mind. I love jasmine and rose because they're beautiful aromatic aromas, but they also feed the heart center, the heart chakra. They're soothing and calming. They indulge the senses, which is a lovely Libran thing to do. So you can add a few essential oil drops into your bath, into a new moon bath. Light a candle and breathe deep. Just enjoy and relax. I really love warm baths. And I think it's a self-care practice that I like to keep up at least once a week, is to get into a warm bath because it just feels so good. And it's especially balancing for Librans. Any air sign, the water sign is very balancing for air signs. And then we have ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is an Ayurvedic root. It's a known adaptogen that helps to fight stress. It's a nervous system tonic that calms the mind and gives us lots of earth energy. So that can help us, stand up for ourselves, speak up for ourselves, create those boundaries, hold fast to them. And so I think it can be really helpful, energetic aid as well, not just for sleep or calming the herbs, so calming the mind. So it's a helpful herb. Here are a few examples of some herbal tonics that I mentioned on the blog. Peace tea is made by mountain rose herbs. It's a blend of all kinds of relaxing teas like peppermint, chamomile, but it has passion flower in there as well. So it's really just a lovely tea anytime you want a quiet moment, but I love it for the new moon. And then also from Banyan Botanicals, I love the ashwagandha latte because it's something that you can mix into. It's so versatile. You can add it pretty much to anything, and it's going to give you that mind body boost and calm the nerves during the new moon phase. And then bitter and bold is a great coffee substitute if you're looking for something, because airy signs don't do as well with caffeine. So it's a nice alternative. You're looking for something that's bitter and bold. It's a deep, rich brew that you can make up just like a cup of coffee, and I really like it a lot. And I also have a copycat recipe on the blog if you'd like to check that out, because I've also made this tea myself at home, and you can too. A few resources for you. If you want, you can reach out and book a birth chart consultation with me. If you've never seen your chart, you might be interested in it. I do generate Vedic astrology charts. So if you've done Western, it may be different. And this is if you're interested in your Ayurvedic constitution, planetary relationships, or spiritual path, all based on your birth chart. As a free resource, you can go to the blog page and download my moon calendar and journal. So that helps you stay on track of the lunar cycle, track the full moons, the new moons, learn about self care rituals, the zodiac signs and seasons, so on and so forth. It's packed with resources if you're really excited about getting into these self care practices that are inspired by the lunar cycle. And finally, there's the Life of Balance community. And this is an online community that I host for people who want to build a holistic lifestyle using all these different components of Ayurveda and astrology and yoga and to piece them together for yourself. It's a self paced journey with access to lots of different resources, videos, tutorials, recipes, webinars. It's all in there. You have access to that. And you also have access to me. You can chat with me, and you get a quarterly meeting with me. It is a quarterly membership, and you get every 3 months we get to sit down and have a meet and greet. It's online, and so you can get more personalized guidance depending on if you're looking at diet or herbs. You have a practitioner in your back pocket to help you out with that. That's me. Okay, so remember, go to the website herwellbeing.com to access those resources. You can email me directly at hello@herwellbeing.com. Please don't send any personal or sensitive or health information in the email. It's just a way for us to get started. But you can go to my website, herwellbeing.com, go to the blog, and certainly you can book a free discovery call with me if you just want to chat and try to figure out what the best path forward is for you if you're really interested in putting together all these different parts to build the holistic lifestyle of your dreams. So again, you can do that at the website, herwellbeing.com. Here's a little bit about me. I love self-care practices that help to support women's health, especially reproductive health. The lunar cycle rituals really are there to help harmonize the body-mind system of a woman's female system. And I use the holistic approach of many Vedic sciences, including Ayurveda and yoga and astrology, to help women like you tap into their intuition, tap into their true self, to find their unique path forward that is already unfolding before you. So if you would like a little bit more guidance, please reach out. And again, I want to thank you for listening. Thanks for being here. I hope you found a little nugget of inspiration to do something, some kind of new moon ritual for yourself. Again, go to the blog. There are more ideas there. Thanks for joining me again. This is Heather with Her Wellbeing, and I'll see you next time. Take care.